called again 3 days later. Dad, guess what? I can't get my car started. That's like, that girl better not be asking you for money. She's not, honey. Western Union. I loved her so much that I loved her to death. I loved her so much, I loved her to death. You see, you kids, why your parents can't do that? Because you're going to frickin' die. Yes, if you don't listen, and if your parent is that one that bonds you out of jail, and if your parent's that one that doesn't listen, you're going to die. How many agree with that? If it's someone else's kid, we can stop it. If it's our own, we cannot. You got to listen to me, and you got to remember, this could kill my kid like it did dogs. No, you're not doing that. No, I'm not giving that money. Go to hell. I'm calling the cops. Whatever it takes, stop it. So, the day before my wedding, they come to me and say, your first daughter, the one, my Barbara, has been killed. Of course, I say, wedding is off. They go, hey, wait a minute, we're here. I shouldn't say this, but when I get really bad like this, I go find a Jewish friend. And I told the Jewish friend, what do I do? And he says, well, it's bad luck to postpone a wedding, and the Bible says that you should not. That you should celebrate her death, and it should be okay, dog. I go, okay, that didn't sound right. Let me go to a Christian. Right? A Gentile. The Gentile tells me, well, Jesus said, let the dead bury the dead. Ooh, I'm going to knock you out. So every religion that I checked with said, celebrate it. Don't be happy. There's a time to mourn. Go ahead with the wedding. So Beth thought I was going to postpone it. I told her, honey, I love you so much. I can't think about the death right now. I'm a very emotional guy. I cried all day today. Ask Alan just to be here. I do. I shouldn't talk about crying. I just start bawling. I'm tough as a goddamn rattlesnake, though. Excuse my language. So I go ahead and I get married, and I think, what in the world? Why did that happen to me like that? Why did I get married? And one time I was speaking, and the Lord told me, you loved her to death. And he said, in her name, always honor her, and always tell your people about that. You see how freaking important this is? This is important. In this crowd especially, you come, you feel when you go to people, this is not the first train I've robbed, and when you go to people, you feel the atmosphere, what you should talk about. And I feel very strong about talking about this, about children. Now, this could be a husband, this could be a mother, a father, a child, but whatever they're doing, if they're doing it wrong, please stop them. Treat them like they're the neighbor's child. Treat them like they're not really your own, and stop it so you don't lose them, okay? So, we go through with the wedding. Everything is fine. Everything's fine again. All of a sudden then, one of my sons, Tucker, is mad because he's not on the show. You see him, right? Well, I was in prison. I never went to college. So there were a couple besides half-breed words that I used. So one time after talking to my son, I used a very racial, explicit name that I'd been called all my life. It had to do with prairie and sand. And all of a sudden, I wake up one day, the show's going, the memory always is there, but the pain goes away a little bit. You cry, you try not to think about it, and all of a sudden the National Enquirer's got a tape of Dog Chapman using a terrible word. I go, listen, me, of all people, it isn't going to do nothing. America won't care. You want to bet? Show suspended. What? Badge? They said if we could take it away from you, we would. They said, dog, you're done. Again, that little voice said, oh, famous, huh? Now where are you? They said, you got to go to Fiji with Tony Robbins and hide. A couple years, it'll all go away. They'll forget about it. I said, you know what? This blood, bro, don't run, bro. I can't do that. see, I love that race because that's me. Larry King called me. You know who's that? We want to do an interview with you right now. Wow, the king. He was too, right? People in the entertainment business said, if you say one word, you're fired. You're done. Shut up. We in Hollywood, this is called the spin factor. And we just, and it just goes away. No. I looked at her, she said, God, get him, Big Daddy. Again, she said that. I got on television and I cried. And you know what I said? I am so freaking sorry. My manager said, what in the hell? I go, Alan, guys that don't go to college don't use that word. He goes, obviously. And I said to America, I was sorry. I was then invited to the Martin Luther King birthday celebration to speak. And I get up there in front of Martin Luther King's people and I start talking and we all start crying. And I get hugged by some of the greatest black men in America today. And you know what they told me, dog? We will never forget, but Dog Chapman, we forgive you. Hey. Still to this day, no matter where I go, I think a lot of people know that. So still to this day, I have this baggage that I carry with me. But still to this day, I have faith in God. The preacher told me there will be so many people that love you, it's going to exhaust you. He goes, so many people will love you someday, Dog Chapman, that you'll be tired from saying that you love them. And I thought, oh my God, because how many of us don't want to be loved? How many of us don't want to get up and people say, good morning, Lucy, good morning, Larry, hi, Ben, God bless you. May I say a prayer for you? May I touch you? Will you touch my child? How many of you don't want that, right? Oh, I needed that. I have to have that. And I said, the only way to my success is through God, the faith. You know, I'm not a Bible thumper. I swear I do things I shouldn't do. But at the end of every night, I say, Lord, I'm so sorry. If I've done anything to offend anybody or to you, God, please forgive me and let's start another day. Okay, let's do question and answer, Alan. Okay, we'll do some questions. Sorry that I'm going like this. Let's do some questions and answer. Anybody got questions? Go ahead, honey. So the first time, when I first started showing the cameras in my face, still you say, oh, you know, I'm supposed to say, oh, I'm used to the cameras, it's been 9 years. Cameras on, I'm like, oh. You never get used to it, but I use it to my advantage as of the other day, right? We pull up to a house, I tell a guy, bro, you better come out right now. What does those guys got on their shoulders? I go, those are cannons. If you don't come out, we're going to let loose. I go, you know, they hold them like that, right? I said, it's called a bazooka. Oh, brother, okay, okay. So you just take advantage. You never get used to it. You wish that, you know, your hair was combed, or something went wrong. You never get used to it. When I watch the shows, I'm like, oh my God, did I say that? Oh, you know, I go, you're going to a hotel without a window. And Beth is like, honey, it's a room without a view. You know, so I'm like, oh my God, why did I say that? So it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, did I answer that? How did I what? Listen, I tell them, if you don't move out of my way right now, I'm going to knock you over. And we have this, believe this or not, we have the exact same crew we've always had, because Beth says, no, he's not fired. We want him because they know us. So these guys are slick as we are. I mean, they know what they're doing. They know where to get. They've only missed 2 or 3 shots. We called the guy, missed a shot, Beth fired him. I mean, she's like a lion tamer, man. You know, with the whip in the chair. I'm telling you, bro. She is tough. So she keeps, you know, I'll give that credit to her. She keeps the camera guys in check. Go ahead. Of all I've been through and what I've done, what has been my proudest moment? Oh, let's see. When you catch a guy that has raped girls, when you catch a guy that has hurt a child and likes it, you know, some guys, when they see a girl get ran over, they clap. No, there's human beings that are alive like that. Or they see a little kid get eaten by a lion, they cheer. When you take one of those guys down to the ground and you get in his face and say, "You're under arrest, you got it," I feel really good. Go ahead, if you're waving back there, I'll take sections at a time. This is next. Go ahead, you're waving. Okay, thank you, very good, you're listening, brother. So this is the copy. When Barbara Katie passed away, in her casket, I put the original. Because I said Barbara has a little boy named Travis who lives with us, and then his daddy came, and now he lives with his daddy in Hawaii. So I said, after Travis, who's like 10 right now, gets old enough, we're going to go back in the casket, get the badge, put it on eBay, and sell it. Beth goes, "No, you're not."